So, acolytes, bad news again. Berserk is under attack again. It's not the first time, and I presume it won't be the last. Because if you, as you might imagine, or if you don't know Berserk is a pretty brutal manga and anime, both actually. And the thing is, even with all the gut spilling, even with all the brutal things in it, even with everything that it has that can be sent against it, it's still one of the most beautiful stories that were ever said in our lifetime, and probably will. So, am I a fan of Berserk? Yes, very much so. And I despise every single person that will attack Berserk for, well, probably bullshit reasons. We will hear what Monte Sensei has to say about it. By the way, I am a fan of Monte Sensei. Look at his stuff up on a regular, just the reaction, partially in the last time. But let's just see what this is all about.
I'm really sick of Japanese properties being used and abused by Western, I won't call them curators, but opportunists, all because the...
Good, by the way, good. I 100% already agree. Do not call them creators, do not call them artists, don't call them anything that could be in any kind of way actually seen in a creative or positive way. Those are just shit productions. They are producing shit, they are consuming shit, and they are recreating shit. Yeah, this starts good.
The well has dried up on Western properties, sadly being driven to the ground, causing purposeful failures versus accidental ones. And like parasites, these people are always looking for the next host to attach themselves to suck the life from,
yes.
leaving it as a dried up corpse before moving on to the next. And it seems the next target with eyes set on it by one of the main culprits responsible for this is Adi Shankar, looking to potentially make an adaptation of one of the most beloved...
What the fuck? This guy looks like a very bad model of Dante. Like if Dante went wrong. Dante from Devil May Cry, if you know him.
Manga legendary stories to ever be written, which is Berserk. A new Berserk anime is being eyed by Netflix's Castlevania creator, Berserk equals mine. And here, he's posted an article of himself of how he could save Hollywood, and above it he writes, Berserk equals mine, lore equals change, guts equals Adi Shankar self-insert.
Look at him. No dignity, no manners.
Now I remember this guy. Fuck him.
Now, on behalf of Adi Shankar's undeniable rudeness fueled by a cultural narcissism, I would like to apologize out of respect for the dying memory of the exceptional, highly revered Kentaro Miura. I'm sorry that your work had...
Do not apologize for the person that actually sows destruction. Make one thing clear. None of the normal human beings that actually are fans of Berserk think even remotely that this freak self-inserting himself in any kind of anime, especially in a freaking legend that's gods, is any kind of a good idea, even in the freaking slightest. But this is obvious. F him.
Has to even be mentioned in this manner of blatant disrespect to where it even goes beyond that. Adi might as well be pissing on your grave, the type of behavior that Hollywood currently celebrates and serves as a job application, overtly stating they would love to change what Berserk is at its core, following the present pattern of destroying properties from the past with decades of blood, sweat, and tears poured into it. And in Miura's case, I'm sure that was likely to be literal, not just an expression. To even have the attitude to suggest such a thing shows the current state of mind of these Hollywood types. They don't even try to hide their narcissism, which is narcissistic by nature, and treat these properties as a means to troll the die-hard fans that built these properties.
Okay, he bamboozled it a bit. Yeah, narcissism is narcissistic. Fair enough. Oh, wait, this is actually normies equal money. He's not wrong about it. He isn't wrong about it in any kind of way, because actually people that are bored will think that the things that he does is, for some reason, art.
Up in the first place, behaviors that are prolonged by the casual fans who will tune in just because. Oh, I've heard of that franchise before. Oh, this fight looks so cool in the trailer. Let me turn my brain off.
Turn your fucking brain off.
To watch something not realizing how a story so beloved is being destroyed in real time before your eyes. Now, I'll admit, I'm a casual when it comes to Devil May Cry. I never played the games and have only watched the anime made back in 07, I think it was. But I could already see through the bullshit being played with the Netflix adaptation in some of the trailers, and nowadays I refuse to contribute my viewership in time because that alone supports this garbage. Which shows.
By the way, Monte Sensei also actually got an eye for this bollocks. Good. And I hope that more people will actually evolve, or evolve, what the F am I saying, will actually learn to recognize patterns like that, just so everybody can get a better quality experience, because they can call it out. As I said, freaking happy Monte Sensei did this. So I don't feel that... So I don't feel alone.
In Hollywood, it's clear we don't have true creatives who can produce original stories on their own. All we have is leeches, parasites, and opportunists such as Shankar himself, contributing to more cringe millennial writing. That despite growing up with some of the best entertainment ever made, meaning millennials, my generation, we've ruined so much of it, making some of the worst shit ever made. An epiphany I recently had when looking at the current state of things compared to the past, and Adi Shankar is a prime example of this. Somebody who's only focused on numbers, riding the coattails of popular franchises, unable to produce one himself, and brags about the numbers being made, but nowhere near concerned with the integrity of something and pleasing the actual fans versus the casual ones. That's like being proud of the movie Captain Marvel because it made $1 billion.
Get this shit.
But no sensible person would ever think to mention that in the lineup of the best Marvel movies versus Captain America Winter Soldier, which made less but is a far more superior film in every regard, hands down. Berserk isn't something you just half-ass. This is a property you have to treat with extreme care, a story filled with so much depth, it would probably give Shankar vertigo the second he even attempted to handle an adaptation of it. As he's written on X, he sees Berserk as something that belongs to him, that of course he could grave rob it from Kitara Miura. Of course he could change the lore because that's the current practice in Hollywood, to not approach material with humility as Japanese creators do, but see it as something that can be improved upon, as the Netflix people said with Cowboy Bebop. Disrespect. And finally, of course he would love to self-insert himself in replace of Guts, because even the thought of trying to form a story around such a character that Guts is will cause immediate insecurity because he doesn't even begin to approximate half the man that Guts is. It's an insult to
I'm gonna be honest, if you are even... Guts is a pure freaking beast. If you are 1/4 of a man that Guts is, you already made it in life as a man. Because the amount of freaking masculine energy that Guts has is just through the roof. It's freaking godlike. It's not even... like, you cannot touch it without being pumped full of testosterone by just gazing upon it. And it's... if you're 1/4 there, you already made it. And this freak, well, he's gonna sink his fangs into it if it gets sold.
Kitara Miura to even suggest Shankar pales in comparison. He will be better suited writing a Looney Tune character, if that, than anything coming close to Berserk. So many ways he would try to modernize it for an audience unfamiliar with the story, as he has with Devil May Cry and Castlevania, with many complaining how he tarnished Dracula by following the typical trend of making a watered down sympathetic villain because we need to feel sorry for everyone these days, versus just giving a pure villain because that would be too offensive in itself. Him and so many others are slaves to their Hollywood bubble, so caught up in the mist they can no longer distinguish what clarity even is anymore. No impulse control with their ego, narcissism, overgrown child syndrome, me, give me what I want and give it to me now.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now!
I always feel sorry for fandoms who I'm not even a part of myself, who have been fans of such properties their whole lives, just to see them destroyed by these kinds of people, and that includes what Shankar has been put in charge of. But I love Berserk. That story has hit me in ways I never thought a story could, and though it may not be unanimous, I love Berserk 97, really capturing the essence of the Golden Age arc, listening to Guts' theme whenever I
It's not perfect, but I'm gonna be honest, I also love this anime. This was, by the way, the first contact I had with Berserk. I didn't particularly like it at that point because, as you might be surprised, Acolytes, I am not a particularly big gore fan. I think that a story doesn't need gore to reflect on everything. I recognized that I was wrong. Gore can be a fantastic reflection of the world as it is, as long as it's not overused. And in Berserk, it's the exact effing balance. It's just, the first time I actually viewed this, I just cut off like in the first few minutes and was like, okay, it's just, and then after I watched it through, I was like, oh, well, fuck. This is amazing. This is godlike. I need more.
I feel like I need to channel Guts' perseverance he constantly shows. I just play that when going through hard times myself.
Guts, you're not thinking of...
That isn't something you just change the lore of or self-insert a clown such as yourself in place of Guts. People hold up this story like Simba over the mountain cliff as something to bow to or approach with humility and respect in the least, especially with Miura's death in recent years. That's not something to be played with, but something to revere and self-reflect in the face of. I know Hollywood is a clown show you easily fit into, but have some damn respect for Miura's name and his life's work. He at least deserves that.
I agree. Have some damn respect for people that actually passed away, especially freaking legends like this. People who just told a story that's legendary to a point and will just pass generations without any problems. You can tell this story to even, I mean, I'm not saying to a young generation, but a younger, maybe teen generation, and they will understand. It just trespasses everything. This is something that you should... I mean, this freak will just get everything and then destroy Berserk, won't he?
But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to the next chapter to be released soon of Berserk. Guts is in a difficult place, which is understandable after what happened a few chapters ago. I won't spoil it, but fuck a certain character. If you know, you know. Also, if you haven't already, check out my music on Spotify, links in the description. If you love those Samurai Champloo lo-fi Mela Boom Bap vibes, then my
F it. Wait,
music is definitely for you. And if you want to support me and the content I create, consider joining my channel through memberships. It's much appreciated.
All of those things and more. And especially show him some love in the comments. Maybe I'm gonna do it. Will I... how was the heart again? This, a 3. Fair enough. This already helps. But, hey, Acolytes, as it is, I'm gonna be honest, let's just hope that Berserk won't get destroyed, and just, I don't know, pray to any gods you have so they save this anime. But so many got destroyed, and I don't see a very high chance, to be quite honest. But as it is, good night.